There is a quiet prison most people live in. It has no walls. It has no locked doors. But it controls what they say, what they wear, what they post, who they become friends with, what career they choose, and even what dreams they are brave enough to follow. That prison is approval, the need to be liked, the need to be accepted, the fear of being judged. And the more you depend on other people's approval, the more you slowly disappear from your own life. You start asking yourself, what will they think? What if they laugh at me? What if they stop liking me? What if they see the real me and reject me? And without noticing, you stop living from your values and start performing for an invisible audience. But before you judge yourself for needing approval, understand this. The need to belong is not weakness. It is human biology. Psychologists Roy Baumeister and Mark Leary describe the need to belong as one of the most powerful human motivations. For most of human history, being rejected from the group was not just emotionally painful, it could be dangerous. If the tribe rejected you, you lost protection, food, safety, and identity. So your brain learned to care about acceptance. Your nervous system learned to scan people's faces. Your mind learned to ask, am I safe here? Do they accept me? Do I still belong? That is why rejection can feel so painful. You are not dramatic. Your brain is treating social rejection like a threat. In one famous brain imaging study, Dr. Naomi Eisenberger and her colleagues studied what happens when people feel socially excluded. They found that social exclusion activated brain areas connected with distress and pain. In simple words, rejection hurts. Not only emotionally, your brain can process it like a real alarm. This is why one negative comment can stay in your head for days. This is why a cold look from someone can ruin your mood. This is why being ignored in a group chat can make you question your worth. Your brain is trying to protect you. But here's the problem. The same system that once protected humans from danger can now make you addicted to approval. Today, we are not only looking for approval from family, friends, or coworkers. We are looking for approval from strangers. Likes, views, comments, followers, reactions, seen messages, instant replies. Social media turned approval into a scoreboard. You post something, then you check. Did they like it? Did they comment? Did they ignore it? Did someone else get more attention? And slowly, your self-worth becomes connected to numbers on a screen. But numbers are unstable. People's moods are unstable. Trends are unstable. The crowd is unstable. So if your confidence depends on external approval, your confidence will always be unstable too. Psychologist Solomon Asch showed something powerful in his classic conformity experiments. People were placed in a group where everyone gave the wrong answer to a simple question. Many participants knew the answer was wrong, but they still followed the group. Why? Because standing alone is uncomfortable. Being different creates pressure. Disagreeing with the group feels risky. This happens every day. Someone laughs at a joke they don't find funny. Someone agrees with an opinion they don't believe. Someone stays quiet when they should speak. Someone changes their personality depending on who is in the room. Not because they are fake by nature, but because they are afraid of losing approval. The danger of seeking approval is not that people like you. Being liked is not the problem. The problem begins when being liked becomes more important than being real. You start editing yourself. You hide your opinions. You hide your ambition. You hide your boundaries. You say yes when your body is screaming no. You laugh when you feel disrespected. You apologize when you did nothing wrong. You act calm when inside you feel angry. And over time, you lose contact with yourself. You no longer ask, what do I want? You ask, what will make them approve of me? That is how people lose their identity. Not all at once, but slowly. One fake yes at a time. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus gave a powerful warning. He said that if you want to improve, you must be willing to be seen as foolish by others. In other words, growth requires the courage to be misunderstood. If you want to change your life, some people will not understand you. If you start setting boundaries, some people will call you selfish. If you stop explaining yourself, some people will call you arrogant. If you stop chasing them, some people will say you changed. And maybe you did. Maybe you changed from someone who needed permission into someone who finally respects himself. The price of freedom is simple. Not everyone will approve of the new version of you. The psychologist Carl Rogers believed that many people grow up with what we can call conditions of worth. That means you learn to feel valuable only when you act in a way that gets approval. You are loved when you obey, praised when you perform, accepted when you stay quiet, respected when you don't cause problems. So you learn a dangerous lesson. To be accepted, I must abandon parts of myself. This creates adults who are always performing. They perform at work. They perform in relationships. They perform in family gatherings. They perform online. But deep inside, they are tired. Because nothing is more exhausting than pretending to be someone else just to be accepted. The opposite of approval addiction is not arrogance. It is internal validation. Internal validation means I can listen to feedback without letting it destroy me. I can be corrected without feeling worthless. I can be disliked without losing myself. I can make a decision without needing everyone to understand it. This is emotional independence. And it is not built by repeating fake affirmations in the mirror. It is built by keeping promises to yourself. When you say you will do something, do it. When you say no, don't explain for 20 minutes. When you make a decision, stand behind it. When you feel fear, don't immediately run back to people for reassurance. Every time you choose your values over approval, you become stronger. One of the most important skills in life is the ability to disappoint people without hating yourself. Because if you cannot disappoint people, you cannot be free. You will say yes to plans you hate. You will stay in conversations that drain you. You will accept disrespect to avoid conflict. You will live a life designed by other people's expectations. But mature people understand something. Disappointing someone is not always wrong. Sometimes it is necessary. If someone wants unlimited access to your time, disappointing them is healthy. If someone wants you to betray your values, disappointing them is strength. If someone only likes you when you obey them, losing their approval is not a loss. It is liberation. There is a difference between being liked and being respected. Being liked often comes from pleasing people. Being respected comes from having boundaries. Being liked can disappear the moment you say no. Respect grows when people realize your yes means yes, and your no means no. A person who needs approval is easy to control. Give them praise, and they follow. Give them silence, and they panic. Give them criticism, and they collapse. But a person with self-respect is different. They can listen. They can learn. They can apologize. But they do not hand their identity to the crowd. They know that other people's opinions are information, not a verdict. So how do you stop seeking approval from everyone? You start small. Say what you actually think once a day. Say no without a long explanation. Post something without checking reactions every 5 minutes. Let someone misunderstand you without rushing to defend yourself. Make one decision because it matches your values, not because it impresses people. And remind yourself, you do not need everyone to like you. You need to like the person you become when nobody is clapping. Because applause is temporary. Approval is unstable. But self-respect stays with you when the room is silent. So stop living for the crowd. Stop performing for people who do not even know your real heart. Stop asking the world for permission to become yourself. The goal is not to be liked by everyone. The goal is to be free. Master your mind. Protect your peace.